Welcome back, everyone, to the glorious dark world of Blasphemous. Stop randomly crying tears of blood. Stop randomly crying tears, you bitch! No, just stop randomly crying blood. You can cry normally and just stop with the blood. I don't know why you have so much excess blood. But welcome back, everyone, to the world of Blasphemous. Last time we did the best start. We got a lot done. And now we're going to go to Mercy Dreams and the first true boss. Now, interestingly, should be said, if you don't want to do the best start, if you just want to head straight for Mercy Dreams or even for one of the other areas of the game, like the mountains, or even just go straight to Hondo, you can. Mercy Dreams, I usually recommend for your first playthrough, as it is the easiest area to deal with, even though I think Hondo's boss is actually easier than the boss of Mercy Dreams. I don't recommend doing the mountains on your first playthrough for your first area. I would recommend doing that for your second or even your last one, because I think overall it's the hardest trek and the hardest area to do. So, now that we gave an herb to Terso, we can do a boss. Every time you give an herb to Terso, you can safely do a boss without one of the Kissers of Wounds dying. If you do a boss without giving them an herb, I don't think you can actually reach that. One of the Kissers of Wounds will die. You don't have to save them all. I think the only reward is like an achievement, but I guess I'll remember at some point. So, interesting, now that we have the Shroud of Dripped Sins, we can look at certain corpses. What are those little ones that seem to hide up in the ceilings amongst the ornaments of the altars? When I call them, they do not appear to pay me any mind. They are covered in ribbons that give the impression of fluttering in an invisible, imperceptible, constant wind. At times I hear them cry, and at times I hear them laugh. What are you, O creatures of divine grace? I wonder if it's these, like, little babies he's talking about. These, like, weird cherubs. I don't know, actually.
Thou hast called upon the winch of the order of the true shrine. In this place, we gather the remains of those who were separated and forgotten, so we can grant them holy burial as our charitable rule prescribeth. Help us, these poor souls, O penitent one in silence. The order blesses you. In this place, help us, these poor.
So there are 3 types of remains we need to find throughout the world and bring back to this person. And we will get a certain reward for it. We can't interact with this church yet, but it will be a very important part of Albero later. Ooh, what is this, I wonder? Speaking of remains, Phalanx of Brennan, the gravedigger. Brennan Joshua Mullins dug the graves of hundreds throughout his life, whether friend, family, or foe. But when the chaos arose, there was no one left to return the favor. Whoops. I just go sacrifice a little bit of health. You can hold down the B button to sacrifice health for fervor. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, basically, he gave proper burials to so many people, but when the plague and all the chaos came about, no one was there to give him a proper burial back. So those things will send you flying just like the boomerangs will, so be a little careful, and these assholes will throw shit at us. There are spikes, but basically we can open up shortcuts here in a bit. Boom! See, remember we got that slide attack? Yeah, it is so good to get these really brutal executions. Bonk. Bonk. Now, these guys... Well, I don't even think I think they're women, actually. They're part of the Anointed Legion, even if they are a bit of, nobody's in said Anointed Legion. So look at that. So even though I can't parry her and riposte her, I can still guard against her attack. And there's so many attacks in this game that you can block against, even if they don't let you do like a counter attack. Now here's the least hidden thing in the universe. Phalanx of Arthur, the sailor, finding a lot of phalanxes. He spent his whole life looking after a mysterious totem. The evidence would prove the existence of an impossible castle built under the sea, protected by its incessant waves. Uncertain what that's a reference to, too. Let's come down here. Obviously, we can't open up that gate yet. Bonk. Fuck your head. You know what? I was trying to see if I could just, like, jump behind them, but apparently I cannot. Alright, now this is a mildly dangerous enemy. One. Boom! You're done, son. Shing! Cut them all in half. Getting a call from telemarketers again. Send them right to voicemail. Fuck those guys. The uvula of proclamation, another rosary bead. When the uvula is equipped, you have a chance of earning tears of atonement when destroying an object. Decree from His Holiness Escobar. It shall be called the Anointed Legion, said His Holiness. Under the armor, their bodies shall be covered with bandages, anointed with oils that I myself will bless. They will protect the Mother of Mothers as I will protect them. The Anointed Legion is effectively the church's protection. It's its military force, which is interesting. So these, even though they're people, actually count as objects when equipped with the uvula proclamation or other objects like it. There's a few that are like, destroy this object, get like fervor or something, right? But I'm not that desperate for Tears of Atonement. If you really want some Tears of Atonement, go ahead and equip it. But, you know, and then whack everything you see. Decapitate to Barak, the Herald. But their executions are lashings. Barak was always there to proclaim them loudly, but his voice broke down gradually as day by day he had to announce the sentences of his entire family. It's part of the chaos that afflicts Custodia. Think. Ooh, yeah, you can animate the hell out of them because they start to try to attack and become vulnerable for just a moment. Ow. Bonk. I'll take the hit, whatever. I want to get past her. Boom. God, this one is particularly brutal. It's like, damn, man, you think she's dead yet? All right, so this is an important fork in the road. We can go up. There's actually an item I could easily get up there, but I'm just not going to do it right now because we want to go down here and cross this bridge. This bridge can't actually claim a lot of lives. I don't think you can get anything down there yet, so don't worry about it. And importantly, there is like a void down there, so be careful with these ladies because they will send you flying into the abyss where you will die a horrible death. And it will be rather odd. Yeah, we can't get anything down there yet. There is an item down there, but we need something we don't have yet. Don't worry about it.
Sister of mine, as I foretold you, someone is heading towards the Forbidden Gate. Someone who seeks the purge and excommunication of all that is sacred and rests there. No, no. Do not place your doubts on me. I am ready.
So a member of the Anointed Legion who seems to talk to his sister. We heard about someone like that called Esdras when we fought the angelic figure, when we got Perpetua's protection. Perhaps Perpetua is his sister, and Esdras we just saw for the first time. It'll be important later, regardless. I don't think there's anything over here, but I'm gonna double check just in case my brain has forgotten, which is quite possible. Bonk. So, like, these candles are objects. Alright, these guys can also send you flying. Come on. Aww. There are more dangerous versions of them later. Also, secret tunnel. Well, it's not really a tunnel, it's a singular wall that I'm pretty sure you could actually see behind if you were him. Maxilla of Pterodax, the cleric. What the fuck kind of name is Pterodax? It sounds like a D&D monster. Oh god, it's a CR-15 Pterodax. Okay, you know. With his broad smile and good manners, Nicodemus Pterodact, you see that's a better name, Nicodemus, never denied anyone refuge in his church. The discovery of a pile of bones in the sacristy revealed his true intentions. See? See? Never trust a man named fucking Pterodact, apparently. Ow. Boom! Unfortunately, I will not get the execution on the other man, because I don't think I'll have time. Fuck! You're done, son. Get the fuckibus off my screen. Now, honestly, I'm just not going to fight these guys. You know what? Fine, I'll do it. Crap, I tried to do the... Boom! Ow. This is awkward. Listen, gentlemen, I feel like we've gotten off on the wrong foot. I'm just gonna jump up here where you can't get to me. And then use magic. Ow, I tried to press the block button instead of press the dodge button, so I just got whacked like an idiot. But we could just go to pre-deal. Yay! All those enemies came back, but it doesn't matter. If I'm not mistaken, there's a secret nearish here. Is it over here? Is it this wall? No, it's the next wall. Okay. There's another secret tunnel, basically. Secret pathway. Now remember, you can do the impulse hits, like, twice. So if you hit the dodge button as soon as you attack something in the air, you get a little bit of extra vertical movement. Great for just running those guys down. Please no hit arena. Oh god, I jumped. Ow! This is what I deserve in my life. 3 guesses what that gate's about to do. I'm particularly worried by these guys. Yeah, beat them. Secure to your eyes like the stars. Brief him to the night skies. Overwhelms the penitent one with the fury of the righteous, increasing the speed of his attacks for some time. We'll actually equip it and show it off. There is a small girl with 2 star-like eyes, who, when she looks at me, makes me stay by her side. They say she's a saint, came down from the sky. Do not cry, my child, or I'll get lost in the way. What is it that tolls the bells in the distance? What is it that cries on her face, eyes star-like? You know what that... Is that like a reference to Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, the Beatles song? Kind of... I've never realized it before, but it kind of seems like someone like took a religious overtone version of it. I don't know if that's particularly true, mind you. Alright, these guys are kind of annoying. You can't block them, but they push you back. I want killed. Oh my god, I keep messing up the dodge button. Case in point. Is my dodge button not working up, or am I just mistiming it? I might just be mistiming it. Usually I'm pretty good at it. I must just be that out of practice. Cervical vertebra Zyker, or Zisher, something like that. The Brewmaster. Zyker the Brewmaster gave ignoble fame to his monastery by brewing the most famous beer in the kingdom. One night, the flames of a fire raised his legend to the heavens. Interestingly, a lot of monks were particularly famous for brewing... oh, goodbye. See? I swear I'm doing that right. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Yeah. Kill Cardinal not Pope Man there. This wall. Ugh. Interesting, a new item. What was I saying? I don't even remember. I'm just messing up the timing. Tiny pebble of melted wax of a muted crimson. Prayers muttered in its presence slightly strengthen the vitality of the wearer. The slightly increases, we're actually going to put it on, slightly increases the max health you got. The abbey ceased to be a quiet place. Cries of pain coming from every cell pierced the walls. The old friar knew he would be next, so he got up from his cot, where he had been huddled, and glanced at the few items that lay on his table. Most of them mementos from his life before joining the order. He wanted to be kissed by the miracle while immersed in those gentle thoughts. Triggering most memories were some small balls of wax, now covered in dust, that he used to enlarge by picking up wax from the candles during processions. So, whenever you find a red candle throughout the world, which you will, you can empower it, make the wax bigger, and make the item better by collecting from those candles. Very interesting. That's the next way. We actually want to go this way first. This is interesting. Welcome, everyone, to an NPC.
Let us be captives of the miracle, penitent one. Do not be surprised to find this merchant here. This ancient occupation requires me to be wherever I can obtain rewarding benefits. Call me Candelaria. For what I sell would make your eyes light up like the high bonfires. I will not ask you for any money whatsoever. Those forbidden tears you shed would be more than enough for me. Go ahead, cast your darkened eyes over these valuable treasures.
Interesting. So, yeah, we can buy items from Candelaria wherever we find her. This is very important.
Present to you, though a small piece, its great power should not be underestimated. Trust me, for I have the blood of kings on the palm of my hand.
Forbidden key that was guarded by the eldest brother of the Brotherhood, but was eventually lost, thus forever sealing the chamber it opened. Now remember, if you check the door in the Silent Brotherhood, that was locked right at the front gate, right after the boss, we would need this key, so we can eventually go back. I hear his lament, the one who was believed mute from the beginning, since there were witnesses to the first miracle, the afflicted one who asked for punishment and had it granted to him. I hear his lament. Even if the Father is no longer with us, even if only his images, large and small, remain in all the sacred places, I hear his lament. It is the miracle that makes me hear it. This is my punishment as the eldest brother and guardian of this congregation, whose mystery is the silence of the Father. I hear his lament, and I don't want to hear it anymore. I will have yours cover his. That is my penance. Interestingly, almost certainly the first boss that we fought at the very beginning of the tutorial boss was the eldest brother of our brotherhood, and it seems possibly committed all the murders by going crazy and killed the rest of the order, but we're not quite sure. There is a prequel comic if you're interested. I haven't actually read it, but I would love to.
What I am offering, and may my eyes be blinded if I'm lying.
I fucking love that. I fucking love that that voice line. And may my eyes be blinded. I don't think I can afford this. I cannot. We'll come back for it. Empty tarnished sphere, there is no trace of nacre left, but it retains just a hint of bluish sheen. Creates fervor when destroying surrounding objects. It has got to him, brother. The miracle is within these walls, said the friar, scared. Grab that piece of wood and help me block his cell, answered the other friar, younger than him. And while they both parted slowly, listening to the screams and banging through the massive wooden door, a small round object rolled under it. Interesting. So yeah, we'll come back for that item. Don't worry, she never changes stock, so you can always just come back. If you weren't able to afford it at the time, which, to be honest, will happen a lot. I'm actually gonna drop down here. Ow! Good job, brain. glad that we work together on these things sometimes. Focus slightly. No. Ooh, blew him the fuck up. You done, son. Get the fajitas off my screen. Okay, we're actually gonna do this. Now we're a little... No, look how fierce we are. Ow. Boom! Everything deals so much damage in here just because we have, like, no health yet. So, you know. Not that I'm particularly worried. Interestingly, when we use that fervor, we gain so much just by whacking the shit out of everyone. We're gonna do a little bit of this section. Boom! And doing executions, as you can see. Gains us a big like fervor. We're just gonna ignore those guys. There's no point in fighting them. Bonk! Secret tunnel through the mountain. Okay, we're gonna switch to Vertialis. I pressed the block button, game. I must have been in the middle of an attack. Ow, good job, Brain. Okay, we're about to... 3 guesses what that gate's gonna do in a second. As soon as we pass by it. Oh. Whoa, hey, man. Calm it down a little bit. Bonk. Alright, this can be a little dangerous, so we're gonna do this. Ow. That's not what I wanted to do. Kind of messed it up there a little bit. Don't expect this to be a hitless run, by the way. Even though I've beaten this game like, what, 4 or 5 times now, I've never tried a hitless run. Empty bile vessel, as always, great. We will have the chance to fill it up soon, although I'm not actually sure we'll have the Tears of Atonement needed. It will get more expensive every time. But it's a good treasure to get. You can always come back for it once you unlock the shortcut, though. Bonk, bonk. So, important NPC here.
From a place of blessings have I been entrusted with watching over you, penitent one. Thus it has been arranged. My name is Viridiana. I have been granted a gift with which I can assist you in carrying your burden if required. But only you can make that choice. Penitent one in silence, will you require my assistance with your next task? Here I shall remain.
So, she can heal you occasionally during a boss fight. I would recommend, especially for your first playthrough, trying not to use her unless you desperately need her. You can only use her for 3 boss battles during the game. Now, there's a reward for not using her for all 3 at the end of the game, and if you don't use her at all throughout the game, I think there's an achievement and maybe even an additional reward. So, she can be found before every boss fight. Boom, get that healing back. Now, the boss battle is just over there, but we're not going to go that way just yet. We're going to go here. There's a little more mercy dreams to do. So, importantly, teleport her back. Now, we can go to the Brotherhood of the Silent Sorrow, because we have the key. We can also eventually go looking for empty billory flasks to get a new bile flask. I don't know why you call it billory. Whatever. So there's a candle, but we don't have the blue wax yet. So look out for red candles like that, because now you have the red candle. God, there's a lot of dead naked men. Holy moly. That's a lot of damn dead naked nin. I don't know. Blood perpetuated in sand. Preserve blood with miraculous properties. With the passage of its bearer, new legends are revealed, formerly invisible to the beholder's eyes. The miracle is truly unfathomable, and no one knows the origin of the blood that swirls around the wearer's feet. Take this bag and fill it with sand, and now imbue it with the blood spilling from these dreadful wounds, so it will turn crimson red. With it you will show the way through these dry lands to those who are yet to follow. Leave me now. I want to say my prayers, for I will soon be joining the dry sap of these roots that painfully embrace our Father. So, remember all those little sparkling spots throughout the world? There's actually some in this Brotherhood, but I'm not going to go that way yet. Just trust me on that. You don't want to do it. Hey, Dio Gracias. Interesting. We're going to be seeing you again soon. We're gonna... Oh, wow. Did we just straight one-shot a lot of these guys now? Alright, that was a bit early. That was a bit embarrassing, but, I mean, this is an early enemy, so I'm not particularly worried about them. Did I one-shot you guys now? Yeah. Get the fuck off my screen. We're going this way for a very specific reason. Might get hit there. Nope. So these now are available to us. So we can get items like this. the painted wood bead. Sphere covered in yellow varnish, the chipped paint betrays its origin. Holm oak of the forest of the Holy Line. Covers health when destroying surrounding objects. We call this pilgrimage route the Trail. Our wagons have always passed through here, and the tracks have gotten deep enough to even unearth the chalky sand that lay hidden underneath the thick forest, such that if one could see it from above, it would look like a long ochre line crossing the woods. Interesting. I'm gonna probably take a little bit of damage speed running my way back, but I don't really care. Because we're gonna head back to Mercy Dreams. So there's a few areas that we have passed through that we can now traverse thanks to that item. There's actually one pretty close by underneath us, so I'll go ahead and get that, and then we'll go. What? That was a weird bug. And then we'll go fight the boss of Mercy Dreams. One of the biggest reasons I say go to Mercy Dreams first is it's still a difficult area. Like you see, I got my ass kicked a few times, but I survived. But it's not necessarily a, you might get your ass beat every now and again still. The main reason I recommend it, though, is because the boss is probably the easiest and the area is probably the easiest. So we want to go down here and then hide. Let these guys run past, jump up here, grab this item. We can actually go all the way back to Hondo, because there was an area there, too. There was an item there we couldn't have got, but let's not take too much of a detour. We'll get that item when we go back to Hondo. So, we got a whole new item, the dried clove. It's another herb, in fact. Rare and fragrant spice, coming from distant lands. Trading caravans stopped traversing these strong roads long ago, making this item a rare discovery. In the past, it was highly prized for its strength in poultices and bombs. It was not just hearsay anymore. The illness had reached Albero without warning. The outbreak and punishment of the miracle, so often discussed, came through a young man who arrived to our small congregation full of fear, wondering what his unforgivable sin had been to receive such a condemnation. Sounds like a plague was basically just wiping out everyone. Basically the Black Plague. Causing bleeding wounds, etc. Just like it had in actual Europe. So, we can go ahead and give this herb to someone. You can give herbs ahead of time, so we can actually fight another boss after the next boss, too.
Merciful be.
We get a big thing of Tears of Atonement as a result. Very nice. So let's go back to Mercy Dreams. Doing a few little errands, before we complete Mercy Dreams. But I wanted to show you all that because, it's important. I'm just gonna ignore these men or just get smacked by them. Oh my god, penitent one, please. Thank you. My guy. Ooh, I timed that perfectly. Probably get hit on the way back, but I don't really care. Pisiform of Hernandez, the explorer. Victor Hernandez was chosen to lead an expedition meant to civilize barbaric tribes. He was sentenced for heresy when he suggested that Custodia was the most uncivilized of all known places. Come on, yeah. Only because I had that dodging cooldown down. Whee. Okay, and then we're gonna rest this Predio and then go back and talk to Candelaria and buy that item. Just go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy it. Honestly, you don't need all the items. The only item you need to buy from her is the key. The other two items are not even necessarily that good, but Boom! Give me that. Oh my god, I've been brutally murdered. This is a bit of a trek. Ow. Excuse me. You know what? I'm just gonna run past all these people even if I get whacked a bit. Ow. Excuse me. Excuse me. What? Oh wait, it's actually down there. Sorry, I must seem so rude. I don't even need to go back to this item. I'm just doing it for completionist.
What I am offering you,
And may my eyes be blinded. Moss preserved in glass. minute jar. We already saw that. The ashen gray air lashed us. We could hardly breathe and remained locked up in the parish, placing damp claws on the doors and windows. We were suffocating. Then, one fateful night, there was a knock on the door, and I could see a woman who, without a word, had placed on the floor a cloth with patches of pearly moss on it. I stared at her in disbelief, as she appeared to have smeared the moss on her nostrils. Then, turning around, the woman left. Hopeful, I recounted what I had witnessed to the brothers, and we decided to spread the substance on our noses as she had done. It wasn't long before we were able to breathe normally, and we waited without fear until the ashy, leaden sky would regain its blue color. Basically, it gives you protection. It increases your resistance to poison damage. Ooh, ugh. Excuse me. Okay, I'm gonna speedrun this a little bit, so if I get smacked to hell, I mean, that's just how it is. Ow, okay. Wee. Oh, might brutally die here too. That'd be hilarious. It would be a quicker way back. Excuse me, sir. You seem to be in my way. Excusez-moi. Yes. They're all very dangerous. Oh my god. Candelaria. However will I... Ow. However will I move past such a weapon of destruction? Candelabras, not Candelarias. That would be way more terrifying if they were wielding Candelarias. What else do we have? We still actually have the key, even though there's nowhere else to use it. So, all right, we're ready. We are going to use... Sorry, this is a weird thing about the game. If you pause right as it's still undarkening the screen from a loading screen, it stays dark in the menu. So we're about to fight our first boss. So whenever he stomps, you know, he causes some roots to grow. So when he's doing that, get away. He's gonna make some roots grow. Ow. Yeah, we're kind of beating his ass. So you can't actually get past him when he is out preparing. I really think my buttons are messed up. I need to check my controller. So yeah, when he stomps, or when he's preparing to make thorns appear. Oh, we actually want to get rid of these. You can get past it. If he starts to power up again, I'll... Or if he's just gonna do this over and over again, I'm gonna beat his ass. Yeah, you can scoot past him. Oh, whoop. You also scoot past him when he's doing that. He's getting more pissed off, so he's like, what the fuck? I blocked, game. I'm doing really bad on this fight, actually. What the fuck? Oh my god, I'm gonna die. What am I doing here? Alright, you want to see this battle done well? Go watch the old playlist. What the fuck? I think my buttons are getting screwed up on this controller because I was blocking, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's unfortunate. We killed him anyway, whatever. It was the ugliest boss fight. If that was the ugliest version of that boss fight I think I've ever done. I think my first playthrough was better on that boss fight. Even my streams where I did it live were way better than that. But here we are. There we are. Welcome to a really disturbing wave of stony dead guys. Uncertain what's up with that, but sure.
In the name of the great ordeal and the sons of the miracle, when you humbled yourself before my most holy body, you have been granted the presence of my golden visage. custodian of one of the three sorrows of the soul in penance. Our miracle has chosen me amongst all the peers, just as it chose you, to walk on the sacred sea. May the gold in my visage melt and erase the attrition of your soul. Heart of guilt, return now from the dream.
Alright, and we are rewarded anyway for the ugliest boss kill in the history of my Blasphemous career by getting to talk to a horrible abomination, and Deo Gracias!
You have carried out the first humiliation of penance. You have met the visage of attrition. You have yet to prostrate before two last holy visages.
Alright, so basically that was one of 3 bosses we need to do. God, I'm still really disappointed in myself for that one. Oh god, but sometimes, you know, sometimes we fuck up, even though I've beaten this game like 5 or 6 times, legitimately, including New Game Plus. That was a standard New Game 10 Piedad, and I nearly died. Oh my god. Just look at the old playlist or one of my mini streams on Blasphemous. I swear, I'm good at this game, I swear. Santo Credo, verse 1. His holiness, because of his high penance, must endure suffering in his soul in 3 ways. Each of the ways is a motive, and each motive is a sore. Hence, these 3 sores are the keys to his eternal pain, and must be guarded. Mark left by the golden visage that reveals the cleanliness of attrition in the soul of the penitent one. Interesting. So, we're gonna end it here. Pretty good. Next time, we will probably go to Hondo or the mountains. Probably Hondo, if I had to guess. We'll see. Alright, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed today's episode of the worst boss kill in the history of this playlist. I swear I'm good at this game. Anyway, this has been Blasphemous.